Alright, I hope you're having a great day, morning, evening, or night. What we're going to do is create this Tesco Express. So I created it, modeled it, rendered it. This is what it will look like in the end, hopefully. If you followed along, I apologize. I stumbled across some things myself. We had to learn, I had to learn a few things myself or Google it. I do wish I spent a bit more time doing some texturing and stuff like this. Perhaps in the next video or next couple of videos, once I feel more comfortable with the modeling and putting a scene together, I'll start introducing texturing rather than this just plain shaders. But it's still a style. It doesn't look terrible, as you can see. We got all of this going on. There we go. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so this video, I thought I'd create another isometric model. This time I did think about it. And I'm going to do something like Tesco Express, a little corner shop. I mean, they're a big chain, and but they're like they stand out. The blue and the red and the white. They do stand out a lot, as you can see. I mean, these are older ones. I think the last rebrand is probably these ones. I don't know. But I'm going to create something similar to this. Let's get started. So we're going to start with the cube like this. We're going to get rid of the camera and the thing, and this is going to be our shop. I'm going to set this again to 5 by 5 by 5, 5 by 5 by 5, and place this above the grid like this. Yep, that looks okay. So that's looking nice, very nice. This is going to be our shop. So we can have, like, let's plan this out. So let's say we're going to have a door here and the window, and then we can have a giant window here that we can look into the shop where you can see like the shelves with like maybe goods and stuff as well, and then the logo at the top, or maybe the logo goes around, I don't know. Like they have that blue bar that goes along the top, so maybe we have a blue bar that like this blue, let me draw, like we have this blue here, like a blue bar, and this says Tesco, so that could be, say, Tesco, and that blue bar goes along here. This can be like a giant window, this can be a door, and then there's a window here, and then this is going to be our ground. Maybe put a lamppost here, I don't know, I'm just making it up now. Maybe they got some boxes, some delivery for the store. It's not much. These don't look like boxes, they look like rocks right now. There's always, oh yeah, ATMs. They always have ATMs next to the side of the shop. So let's put ATM there. Let's put a little post box. Why not? I don't know. Just make anything up, and that's our little isometric thing we're gonna make. And that's just gonna be a normal roof. Maybe a little fan thing or something, like a aircon fan. Little square fan. Yeah, there you go. How do I get rid of that? How'd you clear the annotations? I don't know how you clear annotations. Anyway, I'll just do new. Okay, I don't know how to clear the annotation, but yeah, that's the idea. So I'm going to hit N, 5 by 5 by 5. Just repeat that again and move this up. Okay, so I'm going to go to edit mode. Right, Control A, actually apply the scale, edit mode. Let's go loop cuts. Let's move this up. So like I said, this is going to be like the slice up here for the Tesco logo. And then if I was to say this is the halfway point, let's say the door is here, about here. Let's say that's the door. How high should I do it? I don't know, something like that. That's the door. That looks like a door height. Yeah, probably. And then the window's slightly bigger. Oh, how did I do that? Let's say the window starts from about here. And set the window from here. And say the window height. I'll say about there. It's a fairly big window. That's quite a big window. And then I'm going to set the edges as well. So something like this. Maybe I can put some kind of stickers or posters on there. I don't know. So that's the window size for the side. This can be the window for here. Oops. Did I click something? I didn't mean to click something if I did. Let's say that's that window there. That looks fairly decent size. The back, we can just stick like how we did like vents. Maybe we put like a, maybe this could be shutter doors, like where they get the delivery drop off. If you wanna, you know, they wanna load the van. Maybe we'll put this one big shutter here, and then here we just put some pipes or something. Yeah, it looks alright. I don't know if you can visualize what I see, but let's click on the faces and let's start deleting stuff. So let's delete this face, delete this face. So that's the door. Here I need to add another slice. So I don't wanna need some kind of frame there. So delete that now. Face, there we go. So that'll be a window, and this will be a window. And then I said this will be like a shutter or something, you know. I'll make that fairly big. Boom. That'll be like a shutter. Yeah, or should it? Maybe not. Because if I put the shelves there and stuff, then maybe I'll put it here. I can put it here. Or I'll put a small door. Maybe I'll put a small door on the back. Let me just cut a smaller door, like a little door here. I put a door there. There's another door. So then I can still have shelves or something here. So you can see the shelves, and then there's a door here. I want shelves, like to store, put shelves here, you know, little till or something, or conveyor belt. I don't know. We'll see. Now, there's a lot going on up here. It's very messy. Let's get rid of all of this. We don't need all of this. I should have beveled the edges of the store as well before I done that. Anyway, let's get rid of all of these up here. And these old edges. But I don't know, I might be able to still do it. Let's see. Maybe I can still bevel these edges. I'm just holding Alt and Shift to select the entire loop there. And we'll get bevel edge. I can still do it. Okay, it's not terrible. Just increase the count. Yeah, that's okay. It'll auto smooth. The floor, I'm gonna get rid of. Let's get rid of the floor. We can put a new floor in. Or should I just get rid of the edges? Let's get rid of the edges. I need these edges. Okay, I'm gonna say dissolve edges. Yeah, that looks okay. You can see that's gonna be door. And that gives me enough space to put like a cash machine. I don't need all of these edges too. In the in betweens. And I go into X-ray, and then can I select this like this? I don't know if we need these loops here. I'll leave it. It doesn't. It doesn't harm me right now. Okay, let's build in the frame, the window. So one way we can do it, we can actually just select this, Shift D. Now we have this as an object. If I select this, that's the frame. I just duplicated the edge loop. Now if I go separate selection, now that's separate from this, so I can call this shop. And I'll call this like window 1, and object set to center of mass. For some bizarre reason, it's not. Anyway, is this not? Let's check. What's this vertices going on here? We don't need that. These are vertices. These are vertices. These are vertices. We don't need none of this. We just want a nice square. There we go. Let's go to the edge. Then just select all of this. Extrude. Oh, does it not do it? Okay. Let's just say AES. Okay, there we go. Extrude. There we go. Got a window. Now maybe it will let me center the mass to this. I'm gonna go here, E, and then push this back. And let's put this into place. So let's get object center to origin. There we go. There we go. I guess it didn't have the actual mesh. I'm gonna go here and just turn on the here. Sorry, materials. Just turn on the cavities. See, it's a lot easier to see. Push this back. Let's push this back a tiny bit. And E. And bring this forward. And I'm going to just do one more. Take that to the edge. ES. And it's just slightly behind. That's our window frame. And then on the inside here, I'm just going to go ES. And then E again. One more time. And let's take a look at from here. X-ray. There we go. Turn the X-ray off. I just want to bridge these. Bridge loop. Boom. Then if I select this loop here, there we go. I can just extrude this out slightly. E. There we go. So we have some kind of window frame in there. Inside. I may have to solidify this or something. Maybe I'll delete this face. Actually, separate selection. And then just do add. Solidify. There we go. That solves that problem. Okay. Now I've got a nice window frame. I can reuse this and just place it in here. I'm go tab here. I want to cut into this. Insert. I don't go too much. There we go. Extrude. There I'm going to select this edge and say bevel. I'm going to select this edge and we're going to do the same bevel. A nice little shop there. Okay, like I said, I'm going to take this Shift D, move this over. I'm going to rotate this 90. What I can do is just go into X-ray and turn the vertices on in edit mode and just kind of scale this to the right proportion. See how that looks. In the actual window. I like that. Actually, let's push this. I may do the same for this one. I actually like the look of that. Let's do the same here. Push this in. I may change it. I don't know, depending on how big that frame is. I mean, it looks alright. Turn X-ray off. Yeah, it's fine. Slightly make it bigger. I think this one came out too far, but yeah, I kind of like seeing the line there. Yeah, I like that. What I could do is actually use this for the frame as well. For the door frame, and probably that other door there, to be honest. And then just delete the bottom. So let's move this into position. Go here to faces, get rid of those. Boom. Then I want to align these, so just get the scale, hit 0 on the numpad, boom, levels that out, put that down. The door itself, bring this in a tiny bit, bring this height down. See how that looks. Oh, slightly too short, but we have a door frame. Let's go here. Tab, move this slightly up. I can see it now. There we go. Let's move this up slightly above the frame. Let's say here. That'll do. Or maybe that's too tall. I don't know. I'm being very picky. There we go. That's probably better. In line with the window. Cool. So we have the outer shop built. We've got windows. I'll call that door frame. Door frame 1. What I can do is just reuse this and over here. The door got smaller. The door got smaller over here. Let's see how small is it. people. If that's the door there, how small is this hole? I could delete that. That line goes up to there. I could probably delete this face. That'll give me the right door height. And then the width. Select these edges. I can adjust this. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't look terrible. Just have to move this line here. Tiny bit. There we go. We have a door way. We have a door frame. So let's build the door. Add a mesh cube. Now we know what our door size is gonna be. So we have the door frame. Doors in place. I'm gonna scale this in. But be careful I don't go into the minus figures. Sometimes you can invert the value by accident without noticing. I'll say that'll be okay for a door. And this is going to be a glass door, so or partially a glass door. So you're going to have like, you know where you have the glass there, and then the metal, and then the glass split with the big handle here. Yeah, that looks okay. Looks good. Let's move this forward more. Select this face and this face. Actually, I'm gonna do this, and then this. That's the halfway. Say this on the bottom. We're gonna do this on the bottom, but then we're gonna just say bevel from here, bevel edge. Then that will do that, but we just set this to 1. That gives us the center. the right and the left don't look even enough, so I'm just gonna do that. Gotta think about, I need enough space for the handle to go on this metal piece here. I don't want, and then let's move this tiny bit down. I'll do maybe this bit in a little bit. There we go. Maybe not. Maybe that. Yeah, that looks okay. Delete these. There we go. Then we're gonna bridge these two together. Bridge loop, and repeat the same thing on here. So maybe this is going to be a fire exit though, so it's one solid piece instead. Let's put the handle in here. I've got this door. Don't need the arrow. Door. Door handle. This can be the handle. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. We're going for a stylized low poly look, which is great because you don't need to always put details in there, right? And because I kept that as one mesh, I duplicated with inside the mesh, so when I hit tab I copied it. That stays as one mesh. There we go. Body control A, scale, and just add a bevel modifier on here. And the same on this. Okay. Don't forget to save your work, save as, and then I'm going to save it into my Blender folder. I'll call this Tesco Express. There we go. Save. Sorry about this. I keep on coughing up a lung. Alright, let's put the Tesco bar at the top. Or should I put the door? Let's do the door first. Let's close this off. Which can be just a cube. Like I said, doesn't have to be anything fancy. It's just a solid fire door. Was it fire exit door? I'll put this over here. I'll put this over here. Over here. Let's turn the X-ray off. See how that looks. Yep. And then we stick a bar. Actually, I could just shift the. I'll start putting this into a collection in a second. Okay. So they'll, yeah, when you push the handle to exit, door, hit save. Let's add the top banner over here. So I could just really select this and say Shift D, then separate selection. So now I should have separate part. There we go. This part here. If I change that solidify to out, let's see. Is that a minus? Oh. Object center origin surface of mass. What about if I make it slightly bigger than what I planned? That looks better. And just put this. It looks like some little thing. Okay, hit save. This one hopefully shouldn't take as long as the burger box one because it's not actually. I'm not actually doing too much modeling. So it's by the shop. Let's do this. Let's put this in the collection. Windows. I'll just keep it really simple. Windows. This. Oh, this. New collection. Laws. Shall I put this in the collection? Yeah, might as well. Call this sign. And then that's shop collection. I'll just leave that as it is. Just rename this floor or shop floor. There we go. We've got the shop floor. Got the windows. Let's put a little doormat on here. This just kind of looks empty. Well, I mean this. I don't need to start doing this yet. I should really do the insides first. But my brain wants to see what the outside will look like from how I'm thinking. Scale it down. Move it around. There we go. The doormat, people can wipe their feet. Welcome to Tesco's. I'm just checking I haven't got any messages. Oh. I'm just on my phone light up. Sometimes my phone just listens to what I'm saying. Just spying on me. You can have a window without having a window, really, can you? Because no one knows if there's glass. That could just be really clean glass. So do I really need glass there? Eh, I don't know. Should I make the ATM or something? Mesh. I'll call this, what's that called? Carpet. I don't know what to call it. It's just carpet. Let's go mesh. Set another cube and just put a vending machine here. Not a vending machine, what's it called? ATM machine. Vending machine. There we go. Let's go into vertices, X-ray, so we can get the backside. Set the height to about, I don't know, here, because you're gonna be, it's human height, right? I think that height should be okay. I'm just blocking it in just to get an idea. The shape I want is gonna be like, you know those curved ones? What's this? It has been delivered. It's out for delivery. We'll contact you. Okay, cool. Tab. We're gonna go to. We're gonna add some edge loops. This here, let's say the machine, the buttons will be like about here. The screen's about here. I don't know, here somewhere. I don't know, like somewhere in this area. And then this is the top. That way they have whatever adverts or whatever. The camera. I don't know if they have a camera there or not. No, I'm gonna move this back. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll push this back so it's a little bit got that weird curve that some ATMs have, that weird curve to it. Yeah. That's gonna be in. This is going to go inwards because the screen is not, you know, it's built in. I'm gonna push this in, manifold. That's gonna be the screen, and I'll just pull this up. Just pull this edge up here. Push this up like that, where you have your buttons, and your chip and pin goes here. Your screen is here. This tiny bit, and then the cache comes out here, right? Little slot. Again, select this face. Actually, you can just use the knife tool. Let's just use the knife tool. This one. Cut there. Alright, I'll fix it up. I'm just kind of doing it roughly. Yeah, that'll do. But look at it from the front. It's all wonky. Look at that. Easy fix. You just go here, select that. As you scale, hit 0. That lines that up. Select those, 0. Select this, 0. That should 0, 0. There we go. Select this face. Extrude inwards. Extrude it again. And pull this out. I'm going to extrude again in. This time I'm going to make this like that. And then extrude back in. And we have a cache machine. Here, I don't know if I want to do split or just do this, something like this. It doesn't need to. Maybe I'll just put a glow on there. Yeah, that's fine. And then I can add some cubes or something, just as a little buttons or something. This I'm not 100% sure about. maybe that's too high. Maybe it's like that, and maybe this edge. I can smooth this out. Select this edge. Just pull this out a tiny bit. Maybe that looks better. Here maybe that's where they open up the security people. So that's the security box. You know, when you see them. I know normally they do it in the store, so they would go in a room behind. It's like a massive room behind. But we just make this up. There we go. ATM. Let's call that ATM. ATM. Add a generate memo. What's going on here? Pull this out. Does that fix that? Nope. Get rid of that. What's going on here? What did I mess up here? Let's undo. I messed up something here. I can see it overlapping. Okay. Inset face. There we go. It's not the best topology, I admit that. But this should fix that issue I had just now. There we go. So I shouldn't get that, yeah, that line. It's because it was, the vertex was crossing over, you saw it. It wasn't, you know, wasn't perfect. There we go. So we got a little ATM, like I said. And then I said I was going to do like a lamppost or something here in the post box. And if I know if I want to do that now or change it. Let's make the shelves. Let's start putting some shelves in here. Shelves are easy because that's just gonna be a cube. But it's creating all the little stuff that's going on it. That's gonna be like, what do we do? Like just little boxes, and then I can color them. We figure out the size as well from what you're looking at through the window. I think that's okay. Let's see. Yeah, that looks okay. Pull this out a tiny bit. I don't know if I need to. Maybe I don't. Maybe I need to put some kind of, because they don't, shelves. They're not like those floating shelves. They got these giant rack things. They got a big back wall, like a big back plate that they lock the shelves on. Something like that. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just making this up. Like I said. Something like this. If I extrude this, let's extrude that. Maybe something like that. And I can duplicate this. Actually, put this in the collection first. Move to new collection. Shells. Is that how you spell shells? Ah, no, shells. Shift D. Let's look at it from above. X-ray. Rotate this. It's even sitting on the floor. It's hard to see. Sometimes don't know. Yeah, it's sitting on the floor. I don't want it so close to the window, but I can put something here. Maybe another shelf or a little smaller shelf. Let's see. Shift D. Maybe like half the size or quarter, like this little stand. From here, and looks busy. If I start stacking up the stuff, it will look busy. Here, maybe I need to put like like I said, the conveyor belt or something, or a little, I don't know, put something there. Maybe a stack of cans, like you know where they do the pyramid of cans or something. Maybe I'll do something like that, just to fill that space. I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm thinking I need to fill that space somehow. Now the question is, what products do I put on the shelf? Or do I just put? I'm just gonna put shapes, for example. So if I get like I don't know, cube. I mean, does it matter? Is it not gonna see it? Just do different shaped cubes, right? And then if I just give them simple colors, like something like that. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe turn these into bars. Little boxes like this. Those are floating. And now, do I want to join these together? I do want to join these together. Do you know why? Because I can just use an array. That's 0. I want to go up in Z. And can stack them. Hey, there we go. I mean, that's too much there, but could just do a slight twist of them. There we go. It's not perfect. And then of course I can Shift D, move this across. If I change the shape of those boxes again, I don't know, like this. Turn the array back on. Maybe they don't stack up like on the Z. They go along the X. Does it not do like a random offset interpret parameter? What's this do? No, that's just doing it. Oh, there's a randomize. What am I talking about? There's a randomize right there. Oh, that's cool. I mean, I can just. No, maybe not on the, but on the. Doesn't look like randomize. It's kind of moving it in a group. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. I don't want it to look too repetitive though, so I don't know. Put this at the bottom like this. Not all the shelves have to be full, right? Oh, that one. Oh, I'll turn this off and then move it down. Oh, these are chocolate bars. Let's turn the array back on. Do do do. Is it distorting? It's like skewing. When I say random axis, it's like it looks like skew is the actual thing. I don't know. Yeah, that'll do. Something like that. Let's add different shape. Let's add some cylinders. And you can go and you can like model like whatever you like. It can be fruit, veg, whatever you want. It doesn't have to be random boxes or packaged items. It can be canned tuna, for example. Yeah, cat food, whatever you want. You can put whatever you like. I say, okay, I want to stack cans over here. The array. Okay. Generate again. Okay. Now we've got stacks of stuff. That's starting to look like a shop. Let's put some cereal boxes up here. It's like very simple geometry, nothing fancy, as you can see. Maybe this could be washing powder, this could be cereal boxes, it could be whatever you want. You can have a combination of different boxes. You can just kind of stack up. Actually, the shop wouldn't display it sideways. They will display it like this, right? So they want you to see the actual product. Maybe you have it, I don't know, maybe it's like your favorite Cocoa Pups, or Frosted Flakes, or Kellogg's Cornflakes, or your Special K, your baked beans, I don't know, whatever you want. Yeah, that looks good. I just need to fill that bottom shelf. Maybe I can just copy this. Move this along here. I don't know. Let me spread this out more. There we go. I'll put some bottles or something on there. I don't know. Or something. I'll put something on there. Could be one or two items, it doesn't matter. Actually, let's just do something like that. Let's put the Suzanne monkey blender in here. Why not? It could be a toy shelf. There we go. They're sending little toys. Blender memorabilia. Why not? We can put whatever we want on the shelves. It's our little shop thing, right? It doesn't have to be realistic. Yes, Susan. There we go. Last one in stock. Maybe put it on the middle shelf so you can see it through. Yeah, see it there, can see it there. Cool. I'm happy with that. Definitely want to put something in the shop, or maybe if I put, let's get a plane. I'll call this poster. Where's it gone? I'll call this poster. Poster like meal deal, Tesco's meal deals, or whatever they're called. Yeah, you know, you get a packet of crisps, sandwich, and a drink. Yeah, maybe that will just saves me doing some work. Just kind of, and it makes it look like there's a window, and there's not. And we just got this floating poster there, but it's on the glass. That's not really there. But your brain will tell you there's glass there because it just assumes it's window. Let's do this roof. Let's put that ventilation on here. Said it doesn't have to be anything fancy. And then let's add a cylinder up here. Boom. Like so. Oh, I went into negative. There we go. Inverted the faces. Stick that in. I'm gonna go to edit mode. Before I do that, Control A, scale, edit mode, insert face. Should we do every two? One, two, just a little fan thing or whatever, and then a little turbo thing. It's not perfect. I don't have the right number, but it does not matter. No one's gonna count it, are they? I mean, I can see it. Maybe if I turn it away. There we go. Turn it away. No one's gonna see that. Let's just say bevel. I turn off the cavities. Yeah, I'm like happy with that. Let's put something sticking out the side or something. I don't know. Mesh. A plane. Rotate this. Something like a what's that called? Like a sign, like it says 24 hours or whatever. 24/7 open, like just a little neon sign. I'll need to get the logo. I don't know if you can import, like if I can bring it. Maybe I can find the SVG logo and then see if I can extrude it. I have to think about that. I'm gonna take a break soon. I'll just finish up like maybe the last few items and take a break. How long have I been going? Let me check the recording. Yeah, just hit over an hour. So I'll probably take a break and come back and try to finish this in the next hour. Another hour probably will be done. It's a little bit quicker than the burger one. So it's not as overcomplicated. I guess each model is different. Every model is going to be different, isn't it? So if I go tab, I'm going to select this edge loop. Shift D. Oh. Separate selection. Hang on, I want the face. I just want the edge loop. Yeah. Why is it not just giving me the edge loop? It's just convert to curve. Okay, maybe that's easier. There we go. Modifier, convert to tube. And then on the on side, it doesn't need to be too big. I like that. I actually like that. Oh, make sure I save, because you never know. It could crash at any point. Right. Let's add some text. "24 hours. 24 hours. 24/7. There's 24 hours. I don't know. Maybe 24/7. Open 24/7. What fonts have we got? Oh, bow. What's this bookshelf? This, oh, nope, it don't work. Century Gothic. Why not? Let's see what that looks. That looks alright. Thus we're gonna have two, so Shift D, like how we did previously, and we'll just say none, and then we'll do the geometry. Oh. 24/7. Should actually just shift the floor object, center object. There we go. Now we've got the street, kind of. Even just add a solidify. There's our road, or our outside. It's clipping into the existing ground, so I'm just going to move it just below. There we go, no clipping. It is pretty much looking like we got the mesh cylinder. Stick a cylinder here. Something like this. This is going to be the lamppost, so I'm going to move it all the way up. See how from the height, it's not going to be all that high. It's going to be, that's the, let's say that's the max there for the pole. I don't know, somewhere here. I don't know, I'm guessing somewhere here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. What's this? Updates available. Okay, I'll do that later. Let's add some troops so we can start shaping our lamppost. So this is going to be the base. And you're going to have like that where you taper it in a little and then taper it again. And it's going to be a little fin pole, and then up here's a fin pole, and it kind of tapers off again. If that makes sense. Like this. Actually, I could probably select these together. Come on, select that one. There we go. There we go. We have a lamppost. It took me a while to get there. Through the long normals. Does it look like a lamppost? A little bit. I don't know. A little bit. Mesh cube. Cube up on there. Oh, oh, oh. I can scale the whole thing down once it's. Yeah, I'll do. Just kind of scale this up. E. insert individual faces. Extrude along normals. Separate selection. So then I can put a separate material on that. And this is one material. Yeah, this way. It's a little dot at the top. It is shaking. So you can make a more fancy lamp. Yeah, looks alright. Maybe this one looks a bit funny. Maybe I'll need to make this more fancy, but can I just do sculpt on it? Oh. Is there a hook? Is there a hook? It's elastic snake hook. And a wheel. Oops. There we go. That looks like something, at least. It's some kind of fancy pattern thing. I don't know. Got a lamp out here. Said I was going to add boxes and the lampposts. I could finish these off and then call it quits for a bit, take a break, then come back with texturing and materials and then lighting, and with the second video. Maybe that's a smarter way to do it. Hit the second part with that. But I do like the look of it. It's not looking bad. Just hit save. And like I said, you can just put some boxes out here. Maybe they have some delivery. I haven't even touched this side of the wall or the little items, putting stuff on the outside of that. There we go. Like this. Make sure this sits on the ground. Is this not touching the ground? Oh, no, it is. we go. So got some boxes outside. I like it. I think this side I just need to think what. I put a big garbage thing here. To put anything on here? Does it need anything? Maybe some graffiti or something? I don't know. It does look like a store. I don't even think I need to worry about this because looking at it from here, it looks okay. It's busy enough. Like I said, let's make that post box. Hopefully, a post box should be straightforward. There we go. Post box done. There's more to the post box than that, isn't there? Of course, post boxing are never that tall. It's about that. You have like the black, then the red, and then there's a hole, and then there's like a weird cap. Postman pet. Postman pet. And his black and white cat. Add another line in here. Something like this I can get away with. Bevel edge. I'll put a slice in here. For the post books. So I'm going to add a slice somewhere here. Because they have like the little time. It always tells you, like, you know, the delivery hours or whatever. Or what's it, what time they collect it, should I say? Not delivery hours. Should the log numbers. The little piece of paper. But then he has the door as well. There's a giant door that they open up on the front. Or should I inset that? Let me add. Actually, let me make the hole first. Hole. Not individual. I'll turn that off last from when we was doing the through the long normals. Sorry, I'm just kind of talking to myself as I usually do. Let's do this here. And let's move this one up here. Then I can get the door in. Let's just imagine this is the door. Let's just say this is the door. It's quite a big door. I know it's a lot more narrower, but I'm just over exaggerating it. And I'll just select this edge loop and push it in. There we go. I feel it should be a little bit smaller and taller. It's hard to see. It's okay. I guess when I start putting colors in, maybe I can resize it. Even this I'm a bit not sure if I want it bigger or smaller. There we go. But I'm happy with that. I'm gonna hit save and I'll be back. Like I said, many minutes ago. Thank you. Bye bye. See you in part 2.